Shalom, y'all. This is Larry, WACHS, of the Regular Guys Show in Atlanta, and you are listening to the Hoppe and SuperRICH Show, and they are f***ing killing it.
Regulators. We regulate any stealing of his property. We're damn good, too. But you can't be any geek off the street. Gotta be handy with the steel, if you know what I mean. Earn your keep.
Regulators! Mount up. It was a...
All right. Welcome back to the show. Time to regulate. What wrong? Gee, yeah, like it's 1993 again. All right. Text on Edge to 33239 to become an Edge Insider. Sign up to get the latest concert information, update on new music and artists, and Edge news. Quick reminder, just like all things in life and all things not guaranteed, not all cell carriers participate, probably like Sprint. God, have they been horrible lately. All right. Now with Sprint, it's the weirdest thing. Last night, my internet. Now, I don't get good, like, 3G or LTE in my neighborhood because I'm covered by trees. So, heaven forbid there's trees or it's a cloudy day, you don't get coverage. But I'm driving down the block last night at, like, 12:30. There's no clouds out. I'm not getting any internet. I had no bars. Like, I'm not sure what's going on with Sprint. Like,
well,
what
that's the
cell
problem.
carriers do you have?
You have Sprint.
Like,
that's
what
the
cell
issue.
carriers do you have?
AT&T.
Lucky, what do you have, Risky?
Verizon.
I have the red-headed cousin of cell
Well, I have the company
Enough
that
of
cheats
you.
out of your, that steals your money. They're thieves.
Yeah, well, I mean, AT&T and Verizon are the two most popular for sure, but...
No, Verizon, they literally steal your money.
Yeah?
It's
I've
for every
never had
smartphone
it,
on your
but-
plan, they charge you an extra $20.
Wow.
Verizon does?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And
At least
anything.
Verizon has good internet. Sprint's
Yes, they
internet's
do.
not even like there. They like pick days. Hey, here's the day. It'll work perfectly. Wednesday,
Right.
June 27th. No. Like, I swear, I don't get why it's so bad. When you call them, they act like it's your fault. And then here's the worst part. When I tweet about it, they go, can you send us your address to see if we can fix the coordinates? I sent them the address. They go, oh, yeah. There's nothing we can do about it. That's what they said in some words or not. Like, Sprint's the worst, and I'm in a 2-year contract. Another 13 months with these buffoons. It sucks.
Have you sent them any angry tweets yet telling them how much they
Oh,
suck?
I'm sick of it because then I just get back from, like, Sprint Care. How can we help you? You
Fix
can't.
your service.
You can't. Just resign and give up. You suck.
So,
right.
police mistake a triathlete for an illegal immigrant while swimming in the English Channel.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That's
So,
like embarrassing. Like, you must feel so horrible when you call the cops and you just, oh, you know what I mean?
yeah. So an Australian triathlete faced his toughest challenge yet this week, the nosy neighbors of Britain. John Van Weiss was mistaken for an illegal immigrant on Wednesday morning while trying to swim across the English Channel. Police in Dover showed up after locals reported seeing people jump off a boat onto Shakespeare Beach, only to find that it was in fact the 41-year-old and self-proclaimed mad Aussie having photos taken on him before he started the 21-mile swim. Police reportedly immediately released the air and did not delay Mr. Van Weiss's attempt by more than a few minutes. One eyewitness told the Dover Express it was hilarious and the police saw the funny side. A spokesperson for the Kent police said it looks like a couple people called thinking it was illegal immigrants coming ashore because some people were seen jumping off a boat. The border of force were down there, and the Coast Guard also was, but it was a channel swimmer. Mr. Van Weiss's swim was part of a huge arc-to-arc triathlon challenge, with us seeing him run, swim, and cycle from Marble Arch, London, to the Arc de Triomphe in Paris, or Paris. He is attempting to break the record of Mark Bayliss of Great Britain, who completed the London to Paris challenge in 73 hours and 39 minutes in 2012. At the time of him doing his bike part of the triathlon through northern France towards the Capitol Hill, still in no contention to beat the record. So it doesn't look like he's going to beat the record, but hey, he was almost an illegal immigrant, so that's a plus, I guess.
That's a plus in life. What do you think that call went like, that cell phone call, Super Rich?
There's an English immigrant. There's an immigrant coming ashore.
Probably.
Like yeah.
We just got the actual call.
I could just imagine, like, just how like Well, it would be kind of weird if you're seeing people jumping off a boat and swimming ashore, like off the English Channel. You're probably like, well, those people are illegal immigrants. But illegal immigrants from where? Canada or France or something? Like, wouldn't they stay in their own country?
Were they from, like, Poland or something? Like...
Yeah, well, you can't really be... I mean, England's sort of, like, up there in the... it's pretty hard to get to if you're, like, from the Middle East or China or something. Take a really long time to get there.
Yeah.
So here's a story from NewHampshire.com. I didn't know they had a NewHampshire.com, but I guess they do. A Chester, New Hampshire man took his wife's advice to win the Vegas jackpot. So they were in Las Vegas. So he said he was only listening to his wife when he decided to play the lion's share slot machine at the MGM Grand on Friday night. The advice from his wife paid off substantially as he won a historic jackpot of $2.4 million. So he says...
that's why you always listen to your wife, and that's why your wife is always right.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, hey,
debatable.
That definitely applies here. Linda told me I should play it, he said, so I was really only doing what any good husband would do, following directions. The 66-year-old retired business owner told MGM he had read an article online recently about the lion's share machine, but didn't think too much about it until hearing from his wife. The machine had developed a following because for years it had stubbornly refused to yield.
Dude, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to win this. Because, like, when I went to Vegas, 4 years ago, I was just walking through, like, the casino because, like, you're allowed to, even though as long as you're not gambling, you can pretty much walk through it. And there's no clocks. It's dimly lit. It's depressing. You just see people, like, maybe using their, like, retirement money, and they're just wasting it away.
Yeah, I've been there, too, and it's weird how they don't have any clocks in there. So you're not supposed to know what time it is. It's just so they can get a bunch of people to just keep playing and playing and playing, wasting all their money.
Idiots.
Yeah, I mean, it really is stupid. I mean, if you play one and you win like a quarter or something, like I'd feel pretty good about myself. I wouldn't.
If I could win $10, I'd be happy.
Right, exactly. I would stay in those sports things, in the corners where you bet, like where you can bet on sports, just like on all the sports that are going on. I feel like I'd win a lot of money from that, but you never know, and I probably wouldn't. Then I'd be stuck in Vegas. I'd be living on the streets in Vegas.
Yeah. The one day that you would have got the stuff right is the day you had no money.
Yeah, exactly.
What else is coming up?
So the machine had developed a following because for years, so I already read that, it was supposed to yield its top jackpot. It ultimately became the single most popular slot machine at the MGM Grand with its own Facebook fan page and Twitter account. So every time I walked by, there were 5 or 6 people lined up, he said. But at 11 o'clock, it was my window of opportunity. There was nobody there, so I sat down. I put in $100 in the machine and had $127 in credits when it hit. I'd probably be playing for about 5 minutes. When he hit the jackpot, it registered.
And the jackpot too.
Right, it registered 3 straight MGM logos across the pay line, according to MGM. And then he called his wife, who was sleeping in their room, called to wake her up to come downstairs, and
that's about it.
There you go.
All right, coming up next on the Hoppe and Super Rich Show.
Coming up, the Hoppe and Super Rich Show.
Thanks, Louis July. We will have classy news of the day. Here's some of the headlines I found. Like, right here. Man fakes kidnapping so he can party longer without his girlfriend. And believe it or not, this happened in London. Also coming up on the show, we have a person sets fire to ex's home with bacon. And a lot more. And that wasn't in Florida, believe it or not. Call the show, 630-785-2510. That's 630-785-2510. And real quick before we go to break, find out about all the upcoming events on The Edge. Go to theedgeonair.com/events-concerts to find out more of all the shenanigans. We will be right back on the Hoppe and Super Rich Show here on The Edge. After this, hang on.
The Hoppe and Super Rich Show.